How every U.S. state got its name, with your host, Friendly Neighborhood Pig. What's up guys, Friendly Neighborhood Pig here, and in this video we will be going over the origins and meaning of every state name in the United States. We'll be starting with the states on the East Coast and going west throughout the video. Also, if you're interested in how every state got its nickname, there's already a video on my channel which goes over this. Feel free to check it out if you're interested. And let's just get into the video. We'll be starting with Maine. It is unclear exactly how Maine got its nickname. However, there are a few popular theories. One is that it was named after the French province of Maine. The other explanation is that the word Maine was used by sailors to refer to the mainland, differentiating it from the coastal islands. Regardless, the name Maine first appeared in writing as early as 1622. New Hampshire was named after Hampshire County in England. It is named this by John Mason, an Englishman who received a land grant for the area that is now New Hampshire. Though he invested thousands of dollars into clearing the land there and building houses, he died before he was ever able to visit New Hampshire. The name Vermont comes from the French word vert, meaning green, and mont, meaning mountain. This also explains the state's nickname, the Green Mountain State. Massachusetts gets its name from the Massachusetts tribe of Native Americans. The word Massachusetts can roughly be translated to mean at the Great Hill, which references the Great Blue Hill near present-day Boston. There are a few different explanations for how Rhode Island got its name. One is that explorer Giovanni de Verrazzano compared the area that is now Rhode Island to the Greek island of Rhodes when he first saw it in the 1500s. Another explanation is that Dutch explorer Adrian Block named the area Root Eiland, which means Red Island, in reference to the red clay that was found on the shore. The name was anglicized to Rhode Island when the British arrived. The name Connecticut is derived from the Native American word Quinnitucket, that is roughly translated to beside the long tidal river, or place of the long river, which refers to the Connecticut River that runs throughout the whole state. New York is named after York, England. It was originally called New Netherland, but was changed in 1664 to honor King James II, who was at the time the Duke of York when the British took over. New Jersey is named after Jersey, an island in the English Channel. It was given this name by Sir George Carteret, who was given control of the colony along with Lord John Berkeley. Carteret was originally from Jersey. Pennsylvania was named after William Penn, who was granted the colony by King Charles II of England. Sylvania is Latin for forest or woodland, meaning Pennsylvania means Penn's forest or Penn's woodland. Delaware was named after the Delaware Bay. The Delaware Bay was named after Thomas West, 3rd Baron de Delaware. Maryland is named after Queen Henrietta Maria, the wife of King Charles I, who signed the charter establishing Maryland as a colony. Virginia is named in honor of Queen Elizabeth I, who was referred to as the Virgin Queen. West Virginia was once a part of Virginia. The state split during the Civil War. When Virginia voted to join the Confederacy, the western part decided to form a new state instead. It is believed Kentucky's name is derived from various Native American words, among those being Kentucky, which means meadowland, or Kentuctan, meaning land of tomorrow. The name Tennessee is also derived from a Native American word. In 1567, Spanish explorers passed through a village called Tenasquee. Centuries later, British explorers came across a Cherokee village called Tanasi. It is unknown if these were the same two villages, and the exact meaning of the word is also not known. North Carolina is named after King Charles I of England. Carolina is derived from the word Carolus, the Latin version of Charles. Like North Carolina, South Carolina is also named after King Charles. The two colonies became separate in the 18th century. Georgia is named for King George II. Shortly after Easter in 1513, Spanish explorer Juan Ponce de Leon first arrived in what is now Florida. He named the place after the Spanish Easter-time celebration Pascua de Flores, which means Feast of Flowers. Alabama's name is derived from Native American tribes in the area, though the exact meaning of the word is unknown. Mississippi's name comes from the Mississippi River. The river's name comes from an Ojibwe Native American word which means Great River. Louisiana is named after King Louis XIV of France. The land was claimed for France around 1682. Arkansas's name is also of Native American origin. When the French were exploring the area, they learned of the Copaw tribe, which other natives refer to as Akansa, which is thought to mean people of the south wind. Due to French pronunciation and spelling, the name was changed over time. It has been spelled differently throughout the years, sometimes being Akansia or Akansa. In 1881, the state legislature officially decided the name would be spelled Arkansas, but pronounced Arkansas. Missouri's name comes from the Sioux tribe that lived there, called the Missouris. The word itself was thought to mean muddy water, but it may also mean wooden canoe people or town of the large canoes. Illinois is named for the Illiniwek people who lived there. Over time, the area became known as Illinois, mostly due to the pronunciation of the French who explored the area. Indiana's name means Land of Indians. The earliest uses of the name are in 1768, when a trading company from Philadelphia that now owned the land decided to name it for the people that lived there. Ohio was named after the Ohio River. The name of the river comes from various Native American words that mean things like great water or large creek. French explorer Robert de La Salle was recorded to have used the words La Belle Rivière, meaning the beautiful river, when referring to the Ohio River. Michigan comes from the Native American word Michigama, which means big lake. While it is unknown what its meaning is, the word Wisconsin is thought to be derived from the Algonquin word Meskusing. French explorers recorded the name Meskusing as the name for what is now the Wisconsin River. Over time, it is believed that the spelling was misinterpreted as OU, and the area was called Wisconsin, until English speakers arrived and the name was anglicized into what it is today. Iowa was named after the Iowa people that lived there. Minnesota roughly translates to muddy water or sky-tinted water. The name is derived from the Dakota language, Minnesota being the tribe's word for the Minnesota River. North Dakota is named for the Dakota people that are from there. The word Dakota is thought to mean friend or ally. Like North Dakota, South Dakota is also named after the Dakota people. The Dakota Territory was admitted into the Union as 2 states on November 2nd, 1889. Nebraska's name comes from the Native American word Nebraski, which means flat water. The word refers to the Platte River, which goes through most of the state. Kansas and Arkansas both have a similar origin. Kansas is named for the Kaw or Kansa people that lived there. The word is believed to mean people of the south wind. The state's name was first recorded by French explorers. Oklahoma comes from the Choctaw words Oklahoma, Okla meaning people and Hama meaning red. The name Texas is derived from the Caddo Native American word Tesha, meaning friend. It is thought that the Caddo people of this area used this word as a greeting to the Spanish explorers. The Spanish would go on to use the word to refer to the native tribes in the area that they were friendly with. Over time, it evolved into Tejas and eventually Texas. This also explains the state's motto, friendship. New Mexico first got its name centuries before Mexico became a country. In the 1500s, the Spanish referred to the lands north and west of the Rio Grande as Nueva Mexico, or New Mexico in English. The name refers to the Mexica, who were the rulers of the Aztec Empire. Following the conquest there, Spanish settlers started to begin exploring what is now the southwestern United States, hoping to find more gold and wealth. Though they did not find it there, the name has still stuck throughout the years. Later in the 19th century, for around 25 years, New Mexico was a territory of Mexico. While the origin of Arizona's name is disputed, it is thought it might come from the Spanish word Arizonac, which itself comes from the Tohono O'odham word Alizonac, which means small spring. Another theory is that it comes from the Basque words Haritzona, meaning good oak tree, as there were some Basque speakers that settled there. Some say it may also come from the Aztec word Arizuma, meaning silver-bearing. The name for Colorado comes from the Spanish for colored red. This is what the Spanish named the Colorado River, based on the color of the sediment that was in the water. The territory was named Colorado in 1861 and became a state in 1876. Wyoming gets its name from the Wyoming Valley in northeastern Pennsylvania. The word comes from a Lenape word, though the meaning of it is disputed. Some say it may mean at the big river flat, or mountains and valleys alternating, or large prairie place. In 1865, U.S. Representative James M. Ashley, being familiar with Pennsylvania, proposed the name Wyoming for the new territory. After visiting the territory, Ashley began to question the name he had chose for it, but by then it was too late to change. The name Montana comes from the Spanish word montaña, meaning mountain. It may also come from the Latin word for mountainous. This is due to the many different mountain ranges in the state. The origins of Idaho's name is often disputed and unclear. The name was originally proposed for what is now Colorado by lobbyist George M. Willing. Willing claimed the name was of Native American origin and meant gem of the mountains. Congress was almost about to name the territory this until it was discovered that Idaho was most likely a made-up word and instead went with Colorado. In that time, the name Idaho began to gain some popularity. A town in Colorado had already been named Idaho Springs, and a steamship named Idaho was launched on the Columbia River in 1860. A few years later, the new mining country was made into a territory and was named Idaho in 1863. The name Utah comes from the Ute tribe. It may also come from the Apache word Utahi, meaning those that are higher up. The name has appeared on maps for centuries. The Spanish spelled it Utah. The Mormon settlers originally wanted to name the state Deseret. However, the government decided to name it after the native people there instead. Nevada gets its name from the Sierra Nevada mountain range nearby. Sierra Nevada can be translated to mean snow-covered mountains, and Nevada meaning snowfall in Spanish, referencing the snow-covered mountains nearby. California originates from a Spanish novel published in 1510. In the book Las Surgas de Esplandian, California is a fictional island ruled by the Queen Calafia. When the Spanish explorers came to the Baja California Peninsula, they named it after the place in the book, believing they were on an island. There are multiple different theories on how Oregon got its name. One is that it comes from the French word for hurricane, or that it is from the Spanish word for big ears, which is how the Spanish reportedly referred to natives from the region. It may also be derived from the herb oregano, which can grow in parts of the state. It is also possible that it comes from various Native American words, for example, the Algonquin words Worigan or Oligan, meaning beautiful river, or the Shoshone words Ogwa, meaning river, and Pion, meaning west, together translating to River of the West. Despite the different theories, its exact origins remain unconfirmed. Washington is named after George Washington, the first president of the United States. The territory was originally to be called Columbia, but Washington was chosen instead to avoid it being confused with the nation's capital, the District of Columbia. The name Alaska is derived from an Aleut word, alakshak, which directly translates to the object towards which the action of the sea is directed. It can also come from another similar Aleut word, Alyeska, meaning great land. The origins of Hawaii's name are also the subject of some debate. It may have originated from a Polynesian word for homeland, or it may also come from the name Hawaii Loa, a Hawaiian legend about the discovery of the islands. Well, looks like that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and don't forget to check out some of the other videos on my channel as well. I'll be back soon with more videos. Till then, this has been the Friendly Neighborhood Pig, signing off.